Hey there everyone, welcome back to the Indus YouTube channel and welcome you all to this video. In this video, we're gonna discuss about basics of market profile. And by the way, if you have randomly come to this video, this is not a random video. This is the part of basics of market profile series. And by the way, this is the third video of this series. If you have not yet watched previous two videos, I recommend you to go and check out that. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So yes guys, I opened TPO chart in Quant Tower. Okay, so if you see, this is market profile and we also call it as TPO chart. Okay, so initially if you are a beginner, or at least if you are initial reaction after seeing market profile is lot of members, if I am not wrong, lot of members get this doubt, what is this alphabets A, B, C, D, E, what are this, what does it mean, and how to read this, right? So in simple words, let me first clear you what is this alphabets. It's very simple. If you see, A represent a 30 minutes candle. Okay, let me open 30 minutes candle chart for the better reference. Okay, if you see here, okay, you can clearly see the cursor here. This A candle is represented, this 30 minutes doji candle, you call it as doji, right? So this doji candle represent A period, thereafter B, C, followed by, if you see what are the timings of Indian market as of now, it's like 9:15 to 3:30. It is almost near to 6 hours and 15 minutes. We have the trading hours, right? In this, if we convert into minutes, then it's almost near to the 375 minutes. That means 12.5 candles. If you divide 375 divide by 30, then it's almost near to 12 candles and half. That's the reason if you see this M period, okay, all this we call as period. This M period is last 15 minutes, that is 3:15 to 3:30. That's the reason in many of the concepts or further we don't give importance to this M period, okay, because it's not complete candle or it's not complete period. So hope you understood. For better reference, let me also do this. Let me open this. If you see this A period, this is the A period of 9th April, and B, C, you can clearly see as the candles are moving lower low, and even these periods are also moving lower low. Okay, so these are 30 minutes candle. So hope you understood now. So each candle, so now why this is formed in this particular structure, okay, this is not possible in candlestick. Exactly, that's the reason we use TPO charts for better analysis. So how we do that and how it is possible? Let's say this is A period, right? And once the candle or once the particular this A period low is breaked in any period, then this particular I is occupied here. You can simply see, you can see I, thereafter even I low is broken by JJ. That's the reason that the time is allocated here. So this is how this particular structure forms. So no need to worry if you are still in confusion state, no need. As the videos progresses, you will understand it much better. So let's start with the basics. Okay, the initially if you see, we have a some violet color, right? A violet color line to this A and B period, right? That is called as IB. Yes guys, let me try to make you understand by using this slide. If you see, initial balance is the range of price traded during the first hour of trading. So IB is the range of first 1 hour's candle or first two 30 minutes candles, high and low. And if you see from 9:15 to 10:15 am, there is a lot of activity as traders react to news, earning reports and other market influences. You see, even usually when the market opens against like huge gap up or huge gap down, especially BTSC traders also struck, and this sort of situations also influence in 9:15 to 10:15 trading. In further videos we will discuss in detail, and this IB plays a key role in day type forecasting. In coming videos you will come to know how we forecast the day. Like if you see our Telegram channel, If you see in our Telegram channel, we forecast the day type, right? Like small to medium IB. In everywhere, if you see, we almost give our IB in the first place, because that is the initial stage, or that is the starting point to start the forecasting of the day. So that's the reason IB plays a very key role. So hope you understood the importance of IB. No need to worry. In detail, we're going to discuss about IB in day types video. Okay, in day types video, first we discuss about the IB, thereafter we discuss about the day types. So you no need to worry about this. But if you simply see here, just you need to double click on the profile in Quant Tower. Once you just double click, it will split it. So you can see the IB here, which is pointed. You can clearly see that is the high and low of A and B period. And even if you just double click, you can see A and B period, high and low is marked as IB. Similarly here you can see here, and if you don't know how to do settings of this, we have made a in detail video here. You can go through this particular both videos, then you will understand how to make settings of this IB and how to set. Okay, and if you see, usually you get it out, right? There is a big IB here and some sort of small IB here, medium IB here. What does this mean? Especially what does this mean exactly? That's what I'm saying. In the next video, you're gonna to understand what happens if there is a big IB, what happens if there is a small IB, and what does that indicates, and how we use IB to forecast the day types. In the next video we're gonna to discuss, but hope you understood what is IB. So now next, let's move to value area. Now coming to value area, see, value area introduction we already discussed in our introduction video, and also we have a dedicated video about auction theory. If you are a beginner, then watch the both the videos, or else if you know about auction theory, then it completely cakewalk for you to understand value area. For let me go for a example so that you can understand it much easy. So let's say today the sugar price is 100 rupees. Okay, and the merchant, okay, one who is selling the sugar, the shopkeeper, okay, the shopkeeper is selling 100 rupees per kg, and lot of members are interested to buy. So suddenly he gets an idea, so why don't I increase the price and check. So he will increase the price to 110 rupees, but still people come and purchase, and again after few days again he increased the price to 120. As he increased to 120 price, many of the buyers stops showing interest, and they say it's okay, we will buy once the price comes down. So once the sales are coming down, he immediately comes back to 110 rupees, because at 120 he is not getting the sales. In the reverse situation, if you see, if the price is decreasing to 90 rupees, still the people buy, right? And 95, still the people buy. So in this particular case, if you say this particular 110 to 100, where majority of the activity is happening, so that is called value area. So in our TPO charts, we consider it as 70%. So I'm going to show you in next few minutes, that particular value area is also called as fair price. So let us see this value area on the charts. So yes guys, in order to turn on the value area, we have already discussed this, but still come to settings and simply click on turn on value area. So if you see, some of the session, some of the part of this particular profile is highlighted, and remaining part is like it is not highlighted, right? So this particular highlighted area is called as value area. So in other words, if I just zoom out, you can see this is the value area, and value area is continuously shifting. That means that particular asset value is continuously shifting on higher side. Okay, so today this is the value area on 5th April, this is the value area, and again if you come to 8th April, again this is the value area. So if you clearly see the value areas, this is the value area. So now if you understand how to calculate this value area, so lot of people use lot of approach, but by default I keep it as 70, but some people also use some 64%, 65% and 66%. You can use, but it's not a bigger difference, right? So that's the reason I stick to particular default 70% value area, but you can go for it. Okay, you can experiment the things, and whichever the result suits you best, you can go for that. So now coming to, there are also other aspects. If I just go to settings in the value area, you will have draw lines. Okay, until intersection something like this, I can draw the lines. And if you see in this particular value area, we will have a value area high. This particular green line on top side is the value area high, and this bottom is value area low. Okay, so these are the two things you need to understand. Once we make a dedicated video on value area, that day I will try to cover all these things. Okay, as of now you try to understand this is the value area, and this is value area high and value area low. So now let's see POC. So if you see, POC is point of control. We have discussed about value area, right? That is fair price. As in short, we discussed a fair price of the day. But even in that fair price, we will have a fairest price, right? Like this is a perfect deal. We, some prices we say this is the great price. So we have discussed about value area. Now let's discuss about POC. POC is nothing but point of control. See, value area, what we have said, that is a fair price. Okay, even in the fair price, we will at some point we will have a fairest price, right? That fairest price is called POC. That's what I mentioned here. The point of control is like the busiest spot in a market profile where the most trading activity happens during a specific time frame, such as a trading day. Okay, so if you can also refer this slide, but let me show you on the chat. Yes guys, in order to see POC, POC is highlighted in the white color. You can directly see here all this white color, and almost the line is also extended, right? So this is the fairest price of that particular day. Okay, even if you say 90 to 120 is the sugar rate in which we discussed now. So 90 to 120, let's consider it as a value area, but 100 is the fairest price. In the same case, this is the fairest price. That means most of the time spent on this particular profile is at this particular price. Okay, so this is the POC. And you may ask, like let's say some are neutral profiles. So let me see some neutral profiles. So in neutral profiles, if you see these three have the same time spent here, so how can you say this is POC? So see, majorly when we have this sort of situations, the POC is mostly we consider the middle point. Okay, the majority of time spent here, the middle point. In this case, if you see, if I just split this screen, you see on this case we have these two as M periods, right? See, in other case also, if you see, we have M periods here, that can be also reason. But yes, as I said, especially middle point of the profile, near to middle, we consider as POC. Okay, so here you should not have any doubt, and this particular red color is the midpoint, as this particular high and low, this is 50% of today's range. Okay, so this red color denotes the half midpoint of that profile, and a white color defines POC. So if you see, POC plays a important role. In the further videos you will come to know how important POC plays, and so that we will discuss in the further videos. And now let's talk about the tail. For this, let me remove the value area. So I removed the value area. So in our case, in the same example which we discussed about the sugar, the people stop showing interest when the price reach 120, right? So we are getting rejection from the 120, right? Suddenly the sales have come down, and that's the reason we got a rejection. And let's say in the reverse example, let's say the sugar price of market comes to 80, 70, then the merchant will show less interest to sell because he have purchased at the higher price, right? So in that case also you will get the rejection, right? So let me show you the tail. Okay, on this day, if you see 13/3/2024. So let, for the better understanding, let me also show you on this chart as well. 13/3/24. So you can see here, this is the tail. This is what tail? This is the selling tail. We got a quick rejection from these areas. You can see here, even in the candlestick chart also, you can take the reference at the initial stage until you, unless you understand thoroughly about market profile. You can also sometimes take the reference from the candlestick as well. So here one more thing which I forgot to mention. If you see, this particular box is highlighted, right? So if I just go to aggregation, if you see, almost near to 220 ticks I have selected. 220 ticks in the sense 0.05 is the tick size of Indian market. Okay, so it's almost near to 11 rupees. So 11 rupees is marked as one box. Okay, sometimes if you just compare the same with the candlesticks, then you will get highs and lows differ. The reason is because of this TPO size. Okay, in this TPO size, let's say the price have come to mid of the TPO size, but still this entire TPO is marked. Okay, so people call it disadvantage, but at some stage this is also advantage. But you need to understand, this each TPO is 11 rupees of Nifty, or in other words, this is one TPO. Okay, so it depends upon again the tick size which you are using. So in Nifty I use 220 as the tick size, and I also made this video of TPO chart setting. In that particular video I have also shown you these settings. So in this, one TPO is equals to 11 rupees. So at least you need two TPOs to consider that as a tail. Okay, if we have this tail on the upper side of the profile, then that is a selling tail, and if you have tail like this on the lower side, then that is a buying tail. So now if you see, we have three TPOs here, then this is a selling tail. We have only one TPO here, which is not a tail. Okay, so now let's move. Let us see, also see some examples. You can clearly see this is a buying tail. Okay, this is a selling tail, even though we don't consider M period, but still if you have more than two TPOs, then that is considered as a tail. This is also a tail, but as I said, M period I usually avoid. I don't consider M period because that is not a full period. So let us consider some other examples. You can see this is the B period, this is the also a tail. So this is about tail, and this is also a selling tail. This is also selling tail, this is buying tail. So hope you understood till now. And now let's discuss about range extension. Okay, so this is also important. Range extension is nothing but we will get IB, right? IB is nothing but first 1 hour's candles range. So if I just double click here, it will split, and A period high and B period low is marked as IB. You can see clearly see this is IB, and beyond IB we get extension. If we are getting breakdown or breakout of that IB is called extension. Usually we call extension when we have at least 100% of IB. To be precise, range extension is nothing but giving breakout or breakdown of IB. But in some situations we consider 90% as range extension. In some case we consider 100% as range extension. So that we will learn in further sessions. But for now you simply consider, if the breakdown is happened, this is the range extension. Okay, from this C period, this particular TPO, we got a range extension. Yes guys, hope you all understood all the basics which we have discussed here. A part of this, there are also other some basics which you need to cover, but this particular course is designed to learn from scratch, right? So these are the basics only you need to know in order to start learning market profile. Further terminologies and further things we will consider covering in the further videos. So these are the basics which are good enough to start learning market profile. From the next video we're going to cover day types and thereafter opening types, and also we are going to see value area placement, and all these things we're going to discuss in the further videos. At any part of the video, if you have liked the efforts which I kept in this video, so make sure you show your support by liking the video, and let me know what you have learned in this video. Is that useful or not in the comment section? So I am waiting for your comments, and see you in the next video. Until then, this is Krishna signing off. Jai Hind.